Hello?
Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
We're back with the Blind Wave podcast. It's been, I think, a little bit since we've had one.
Feels like it.
October is over, and we had Scream Stream and some various
Yes.
things with that, which was a lot of fun. Hope you guys got to tune into that. How did Scream Stream go for you guys?
Scream Stream went good for me. I've had my favorite, my game. I think this was my favorite one I've played in October, so I really enjoyed mine.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So out of all the games you played in October for Scream Streams and before?
Very different. I would say a close second is Dead Space. The only reason I don't have that as my number one is just because of my sound issue. But I got really invested in the characters this time, so that was fun.
Good. Calvin, Rick, what about you guys?
Signalis was absolutely incredible. It's one of the best survival horror games I've played, probably one of the best games that I've played. But it is so dark and depressing.
Yeah?
It really hit me with a wave of depression after that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, just absolutely fantastic. Small studio. I think it's mostly like 2 people who made it, and
Gotcha.
highly recommended. Although it'll bum you out something fierce.
Yeah. Visage was really good. Played with Carmen. It was also not especially uplifting or happy. It was a lot of
The heck, Aaron? Why aren't we playing happy, uplifting games in
a
October?
lot of
I
sad
think
shit going on.
A common thing in horror is usually not. I think usually most horror also deals with those emotions that are the sadder emotions and stuff too. You know, loss or depression or whatnot. Even when you get into horror movies, they're not usually a happy thing. It's reflecting on.
I get. Well, the first 5-10 minutes usually pretty happy.
Yeah.
You know, when the family's moving into the house, they feel really happy.
Sure, yeah, I suppose so. Then it all turns.
Jason's having a blast.
Yeah, he's having a good time.
Is he
Oh
having
yeah.
fun?
Yeah, definitely.
The Alan Wake 2, the game I played, I had a lot of fun with. It was a lot to try to put into the week, which I thought it was going to be. But it was one of the more, I don't know if it was most fun, because I've had a lot of fun as far as scares and stuff too. And just being afraid while playing games. This one had a really good atmosphere about it, but the story and just the game itself was really good. And I guess it's not very often for horror that you get to play a Game of the Year nominated game.
There's not very many horror games that are nominated for Game of the Year, right?
Not very often. I'm
Yeah,
trying to think of how many horror games
I
over
feel
the
like they're
years have
mostly
been nominated for
adventure
something like
or-
that.
I can think of a handful, but it's not a lot.
Yeah.
Much like horror movies, a lot of times quality can be suspect.
Yeah.
I was trying to look it up. Game of the Year.
I mean, you had
But-
Resident Evil 4, right? That was up there back in the day, and then the remake.
Sure.
Dead Space remake was up there. Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, Silent Hill 2 will be up again this year, right?
If the remake is up there for it,
I assume it will
it
be.
depends if it makes it in a nomination or not. But no, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I hadn't played Alan Wake in a long time, so there's some things that slowly came back to me, and other things I just didn't remember. But I think now that I've played it, I want to. The company that made it's called Remedy. I have Dark Souls that I'm starting back up next week, but I think when I'm done with Dark Souls 3, I want to go into the Remedy games
Did you
and
forget, Eric?
play through those again and everything. So I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yep.
But why are you excited?
Oh,
Are you
I
excited?
just
Is
know,
it
man.
Star Wars? You
Eric
think about-
forgot.
I
You
know.
think
I'm so happy about about where I am right now. We're right after Scream Stream. We're in No Good November.
Yeah.
You're gonna be starting Dark Souls again. We all know
Yeah.
what that means.
Yeah.
Great times on twitch.tv/blindwave and blindwave gaming, right?
Yep.
That's it.
So
That's the only place the good things are happening.
So as I die, I'm punished, and I think I'm 75 deaths from the next Neil Breen movie.
And the next Neil Breen movie is Fateful Finding,
Yeah.
I hear good things about it.
Oh,
which
I can't
is
wait.
very exciting.
Can't wait.
So if you haven't seen any yet, No Good November is happening right now on the main YouTube channel. Now you can get all of that stuff early at blindwave.com on early access, but when we got to the end of No Good November in the recordings, I was like, I think I'm good with bad movies. But then as soon as he said Dark Souls. I just remembered. I'm like, wait, but there's one person that's
They're never
get me
done.
excited no matter how bad things get.
So, yeah, that's coming back. But no, I was really excited for Alan Wake 2.
Yeah.
But I'll finish up Dark Souls 3.
Yep.
And
All right.
I think I might go from Alan Wake 1 back to Alan Wake 2 again because I didn't get like the true ending.
Okay.
You have to play again on New Game Plus.
Oh, I understand. I gotcha.
But I think I might do that and get like there's extra things in the game then, and I'll get all the other things I didn't get by
All
playing.
the DLC.
Yeah,
packs and stuff.
there's like 2 DLC things I didn't do. I did 2 out of 4 things. So I have more DLC I'm gonna get done in that playthrough. I won't be rushed or anything. I won't be trying to finish it in the week or anything.
Yeah.
And I'll re-experience the Alan Wake I think remaster that they did, and then play like there's like Quantum Break that's kind of related, but there's weird stuff because their IP was owned by not them.
Gotcha.
Same thing happened with Max Payne, where their IP is owned by I think it's Rockstar, and then Microsoft owns the other one. But I want to play through them so I get more information on other things that they're doing with this game. It's just really neat the way they have it connected.
Sure.
So, but yeah, Dark Souls 3. Join me. I believe I'll try to get a stream schedule put out at some point when everything's kind of figured out. But I think I'm gonna start streaming on Mondays.
Okay.
Monday.
Just
So,
Monday?
Yeah, as of right now, yeah.
Starting on Monday? Okay.
So, because I also I'm in a play again.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So
Yeah,
I have
another
to.
play.
No way.
No way.
Yep.
They're doing Treasure Island here, and I auditioned there and got a role. I guess 2 roles. One role's a little smaller than the other one.
Sure.
So I have those rehearsals, and then I also have stream that I'm wanting to do.
Okay.
But then I also have a D&D night, so like I'm trying to like manage all of those. So I think Monday works best for me to stream one.
Gotcha.
So
So do they give you padding on the stage
what?
for when you're doing your role?
No, there's no padding for my roles.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my plan right now. So join
Okay,
me
that's
Monday
good.
for Dark Souls 3
Yes.
as I try not to die.
I'm gonna be able to jump back into Star Wars Outlaws. I've taken a month break on that, just like you took a break on Dark Souls. So I'm
yeah.
excited to jump back into that. I'll have to figure out what my day is, but it'll probably resume on Tuesdays again. And then there's also like a new Dragon Ball game just came out. We're gonna be playing that tomorrow.
On Friday, yeah. Yep.
Sparking Zero. So I want to experience that with you guys. And then there also a new Legend of Zelda game has dropped, and I haven't played it.
A new one.
Echoes of Wisdom, which I am like just through the grapevine hearing people are really enjoying it. So that might have to be something I pick up right after too.
I need to play the last one.
Yeah.
But no, I have heard good things.
But I played Link's Awakening on stream, and I really enjoyed that. And from what I understand, this is that plus a whole lot more. So I'm excited.
More.
And with it being the 20th Zelda game, I love that it's it seems appropriate that it's Zelda as the protagonist.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, how often does that happen?
Yeah, they've gotten 19 titles wrong.
Yeah, right? It should be The Legend of Link. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Can't believe they did this.
Fools.
But thank you guys for all the subs and stuff. We will definitely get to that a little bit later, but there has been a hype train, so thank you so much for the hype train.
Yes,
Hype
thank you
Train.
so much.
But yeah, so that's been
Thank you.
most of my stuff, I guess, was just through October. We also got to watch various scary movies,
Yeah, we totally
Yeah.
did.
which was a lot of fun. And we had, I know some people have enjoyed Scream that came out on Halloween that we did.
We did the high and dry. Yep.
That was a different, edited a little different and kind of
Different
just
format.
done differently. So
Yeah.
getting a chance to check out some movies that we've already seen, but try to change the format a little bit for those.
Yeah. Not be
versus-
beholden to keeping it going the whole time. I loved in Scream that we were able to stop and really pay attention to stuff, especially that police office scene.
Yeah,
mean-
the hat.
Imagine the valuable info we would have missed if we weren't doing high and dry.
And the garage scene, too.
Oh, that garage scene's pretty great. Model 83. That's the one you want.
So, but yeah, that's been fun. I hope people enjoy the No Good November movies coming out. Probably the worst movie we've ever watched is in that list somewhere.
Yep.
So I
I would
hope
say
you
so.
enjoy it or not enjoy it, or whatever the rule is for bad movies.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know
are
what
right.
to do.
I think it was the worst movie I've ever watched. Yep.
And it has a sequel, Eric.
I heard.
Multiple.
Yeah.
It just, goes to show there's no failure great enough that it can't happen again. Like our elections. Oh.
Yep. We're also 2 days after the American presidential election, so we've been having that throughout the last 48 hours in the news cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a very pleasant election day experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of actually going and being part of the process.
I say most people I've talked to, like they're like, oh.
No, I everybody was super friendly, and
I've gone.
I could tell that all the election volunteers, like I was there when they opened the door. And I could tell they were like, you could tell that a lot of the younger ones, especially, were really nervous, but they were very polite, and it was very nice.
You were there when they opened the doors.
Yeah.
On election day.
Yeah.
You were there at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Well, no, not 6:30.
6:30 is when the polls open. That's when they open the doors.
Maybe I just went into a door that opened.
That's what doors do.
I think that's the
how
only
doors
function,
work.
Eric.
I'm a doorman. I know how doors work. No, I think it was 6:30 to 7:30, and I thought about going like early because I'm like,
I went super
Melanie's
early.
like, it's gonna be busy. I'm like, is it? I was like, I feel like I've gone on some days.
Yeah.
Like
Trust
on
doorman
election
on this,
day
right?
for different things, but
Uh-huh.
I usually feel like there's a lot of booths and stuff set up. But
Yeah.
it
Like
It-
they've had
for-
it
for
at
me,
the Junior Fair building where like there's just rows of
mhm.
voting stations.
The
and
only
stuff.
thing I think that really took time when I went was people not seeing people available to check you in. So like there'd be people waiting, and they'd be like, "I'm down here,
There'd
over
be like
here."
a bunch of people waiting in line for one like clerk or whatever.
But like the
But
ones
there's, like,
close
four
up were
clerks in a
taken,
line.
but like
Yeah.
further down you couldn't see really because they were close together.
Yeah.
So like I stood there for a little bit waiting, and someone was like, "Oh, down here."
Sure.
But other than that, like went, did it, and it felt like the rotation was fairly quick.
Yeah, mine went real quick.
Yeah. But yeah, my voting process went real smooth.
Yes.
Went well.
Same
So,
for me.
It was
Yeah.
good there. Everyone seemed nice there.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, whether I'm happy or not with the outcome, I can't control that. I
Yeah.
should just do what I did. That's all
Yeah.
I can do.
That's as much as any of us can do, really.
Yeah.
So it's been it's been interesting. I've been talking with people on like Facebook, which is where my most of my political conversations seem to occur.
Where all reasonable conversations happen.
Sometimes
Facebook.
I did see I saw some very reasonable ones. I've seen some unreasonable ones, but I've seen some very reasonable ones, which was nice.
That'll always be the case, right? There's some reasonable, some unreasonable.
So, but there was one I saw. I'll talk about this because this one bothered me. But it was one I saw. Texas, I guess, had a protest down at the university, and I've seen pictures from that. And one of them had. There are signs where I know people are not happy with people that are gay in general, and I know that that's like whether it's biblical or not and whatnot. But another sign next to it said "Women are property," and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Is this like? Look at this. This is ridiculous." And someone like was defending the picture, and I'm like, "What?" I'm like, have you talked to your wife? I'm pretty sure mine would be mad. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. It was just like, how do you defend just that?
It's a tough thing to defend, I think.
Like it was just so silly. I just
Yeah.
don't understand it. So some of those aspects in my head, I'm like, I don't understand how you defend these things. But
Sure.
They try.
yeah, they try. They try. As I was saying, like the one side where I'm like, if someone is against like how someone is sexually, I can get that if you think it's a sin. I don't think I understand how you can say a person is property in any way.
I could see how someone could make that argument, even though I don't agree with it.
Sure, yeah.
Right?
I can't understand the property side of things.
Yeah.
I can understand people having a difference of this and that.
I mean,
but
both
not-
are equally ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure, I get that. So anyway, there's a lot of things going on. So please be kind to people. That's my push for the day, I guess.
Yeah.
And don't take people's rights away. Done. That's all I have to say.
That would be good.
That's all I
yeah,
have to say.
that would be excellent. Be excellent to each other.
Ah.
I think I said that 4 years ago.
But-
yeah.
And 8 years
Bill and
ago.
Ted said a long time ago
No,
too.
Calvin made that up.
And
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
No,
No, I'm
Bill,
just-
Bill
I'm
and
just
Ted.
No, they
restating-
went in the future, saw
it's
Calvin
great
say
advice from
Mhm.
Bill and Ted.
it.
I'm not taking those words as my own. I'm just pretty sure it's the same sentiment that we've had
Uh-huh.
every 4 years. Because it seems like people forget really quickly.
But we do have something to celebrate. The main channel hit 900,000 subscribers.
900,000
Yay!
subscribers. Yeah. Yep, that was awesome. Thanks, everybody that's been involved in the first 900,000.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It's been
You
great.
could be involved in the million.
Maybe.
There's still time. You could do that right now.
Yeah,
Who
you could-
knows
you
how
could
much time it would
unsub and
take.
resub.
I don't think that works that way. As long as you hit the sub button once, you're involved in that million. It's good.
Sure.
You're good.
Yeah. As long as you don't hit it again.
Yep. No, I mean, we don't necessarily try to do the like push for subs as much anymore, both because it's kind of a vanity number, and two, like mainly you want to do that to like, you know, show a sponsor or something. Hey, this is how many people you can go to. But like we tend to, you know, support ourselves and, you know, that type of thing. So it's not like the most important number for me anymore in terms of when I look at YouTube analytics.
Mhm.
But damn if it doesn't feel good to see the number hit 0 like that.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
It feels super good. I tried to watch it happen live. I missed it.
Try to watch just the number trick.
Yeah,
The ticker.
the ticker. And I don't even know if that's real anymore, right? Because they got rid of like,
Oh, like
some
Social
type
Blade
of
and
thing.
stuff?
So
Yeah.
I probably missed the fake one.
Yeah. But no, it was really cool. Thank you everybody for subbing. Appreciate it. If you are interested, make sure you check out any of the other channels that we have. Consider subbing there.
Yeah.
Like Wave Squadron, if you like Star Wars. Which we have. Well, we have a Badonkagong coming up here towards the end of the month, which we are covering the Padme book, the last of the trilogy, I believe, for that one. But yeah,
Yep, I finally was able to make some headway with that one.
Yeah.
So
That's
I'm
good.
working through it. I've been enjoying it.
Yeah. Sub to Blind Wave Gaming and Pokemality maybe
Dude.
as well.
Blind Wave Gaming, yes. Pokemality, yes. Going through it with the kids has been a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
I haven't gotten to film for a little bit. It's been real busy between the play stuff and different things. So, but the next thing we have to film, I'm really excited for because it's going to be we got to do the Pokemon first movie, and I've never watched that movie, having watched the show up to the point of
really?
the movie. So
Okay.
it'd be interesting if it has any other extra tie-ins or things where I'm like, oh, this is what
Yeah.
this is, because I'd seen random episodes here and there, but I never really watched the show. And I'd seen the movie like in 5th grade in school. Like I'm pretty sure we watched it in like Mr. Gage's class. But yeah, it was it'd be neat to watch that one. I don't think we're gonna watch the new remake 3D CGI one.
Sure, the Mewtwo Strikes Back or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're both Mewtwo Strikes Back, but
Yeah.
they have like like Netflix put out like
Yeah.
a newer CGI looking one versus
Sure.
like
Oh,
the
did they-
drawn animation kind of look that
Did
the
they like
original had.
remaster it kind of thing?
Yeah, it's not even remaster. It's just they just
Reanimated?
They just redid it.
Huh.
But like I said, it's all like the art style is all completely different.
Now,
Gotcha.
the next thing you're watching is the movie. Is that in terms of like chronologically that's where it takes place, or is
I
that like
believe
that's when it
so.
released when it was airing?
I'm not sure if it's both,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure it takes place chronologically.
Chronologically,
there.
okay, gotcha.
I believe at least the first few movies fit in with
Yeah.
where the show is. I don't know if that's the same with the other movies
Yeah.
in the future, because I mean, as we've done with some anime and stuff like that, sometimes there's like, here's a movie. It would fit probably here, but it's not really canon. You know, like that seems to happen a lot. So I don't know if
Yeah.
all the Pokemon movies stay canon or what. But yeah, it should at least fit in this location. And there have been some things that I've noticed where I'm like, oh, this is things towards the movie, I'm pretty sure. Okay.
Oh, that's cool. Okay,
Cool.
You're seeing it ramp up then.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's like nods to something or
Yeah.
things happening and whatnot. So
That's neat.
it's been really cool.
Speaking of other channels, Roll with the Punches has videos on how to deal with anxiety and depression, which you
Yes.
might need right now.
Very topical.
Mhm.
Very helpful.
We also have a super chat over on YouTube. 999. Hey guys, I ask if y'all have any interest in Mufasa. Can honestly say it's vastly improved the animation and
Mhm.
colors compared to the 2019 Lion King. and it's an original story, so I'm intrigued.
Has that one come out? I haven't
Well, it
seen.
says any interest, so I imagine it's coming out in the future.
Just
just
when they
like-
were talking about the art style or whatever, I didn't know if they'd seen it or if
Might
it's
be a
just like the
trailer.
trailers or something.
It might be
but
trailer. Yeah. I don't know. Probably. It sounds cool.
I'm much more
I haven't
interested.
seen anything for it yet.
I think I'm much more interested in like something new in that style, whereas like the last one I felt like being the remake was like a really advanced cartoon
Yeah.
of the same story I've already seen. Versus like this one, it seems like, well, here's some prequel stuff. You get to learn more about Mufasa and that
Yeah.
character, but in this art style of it. And I think that's a cool idea.
How many people do you think said that about The Lion King who had seen other adaptations of Hamlet? It's like, well, this is just an animated version of that movie I already watched.
Yeah, but they're lions, Rick.
Totally different.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's quite different.
I'm not super interested, honestly. I didn't really understand what was the point of the live action one. We've said this conversation so many times. I say
Sure.
live action, but it's still animated. But like
It's just photorealistic
like,
animation.
for me, kind of robbed the heart and soul of the characters because they were super realistic. But they were super realistic, which was the point. So it was like a conflicting point for me, you know. I know that when did we watch the trailer for the Mufasa, the next one or something? I know they're trying to make them more expressive.
I
But
saw
again,
one,
that kind of
I saw one maybe in the theaters or something
Yeah.
like that before something I watched.
yeah. But then I was like, okay, if we're trying to fix that, I again am going like, well, yeah, but doesn't I feel like just attempting it was the mistake, not the I don't know. But I'm also extremely biased to the original.
Sure. Like the technological
cartoon.
achievement of doing something that looks that good
Yeah.
is itself the achievement. I don't think retelling a story that we've had since we were kids
Sure, but maybe I would
in a
lose.
similar medium
Yeah,
is necessarily the achievement.
and maybe I
Right.
would lose a lot of that because I'm not immediately comparing it to the same story. So maybe Mufasa would
Yeah.
work for me in a better
Sure.
way.
That's why I'm more excited for this because it's telling.
Yeah.
It's telling a different story.
It's like the same reason I don't really care for Lion King 1.5 or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Because it's like the same story, but just from this angle, and I don't feel like it adds too much more.
sure.
Whereas
yeah.
at least Lion King 2 was like something different and different characters and seeing the progression. So I think this one will be neat to see like I don't know much about Mufasa. I don't know much about Scar. Was he named Scar? Did they name him Scar before, or they
That's his
named him
nickname.
Scar after he got a
Yeah.
scar? You know, like I don't know that stuff, and I hope they tell me in the prequel.
Let's keep
the
you up at
important
night.
things.
I hope they do too. I did get a haircut. It was last week. Actually, a week ago today.
Why'd you get a haircut?
It was in preparation for a very awesome trip.
To the moon?
No, I went to a concert, which many of you probably know about. This is kind of completely changing the subject
Yep.
again, but I went to the Eras Tour with
Yeah.
Taylor Swift in Indianapolis, and it was a blast.
That's awesome.
Kind of
It was
That's
a lot
really
of fun.
good.
What kind of
There
seats
was-
did you have, Calvin?
They were pretty good.
Yeah.
They weren't the best, but so many bots and so many scalpers was the best I could do.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
After
Sometimes
we
I
got-
enjoy having like bad seats in places like that. Like
Sure.
I had like the worst seats for Metallica, but I saw everyone else got to experience Metallica. That was kind of nice.
Oh yeah, And we definitely got to see like all the other people that were there. It was
Yeah.
very open sight lines and everything.
Uh-huh.
I will say that when we got to the Airbnb, we were looking around on Ticketmaster to see like, well, you know, what's popping up? You know, what are
Sure.
scalpers selling these for nowadays? And I saw one ticket that was, I think it was $68,000.
hmm
It wasn't even stage side. It was like 2 sections back from the stage on the side, like not even in the middle or anything like that.
Yeah.
For how much?
$68,000.
68,000.
Thousand.
Doesn't make any sense.
Like no one's buying that, right?
No. Yeah,
Right?
not
That
anymore.
was their hope, is that make their
It's
income
like-
for the year by selling that one ticket. I don't know how
It's
they.
like times where I'm like looking on eBay at like Pokemon cards or something that people are selling. I'm like, oh, well, what's this going for? And I'd be like, oh, okay, $100, $100, $2,000.
Yeah.
Why is this one selling for $2,000?
I think they just hope that they're going to get somebody who's desperate and that doesn't know the value
Maybe.
and is like, ooh, this looks like a cool card. I'll buy it and see if the value will go up in a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
And they just get scammed, which is the whole scalping. It's an industry now because people go to these shows and they make bot farms and stuff like that to buy tickets just to resell them for income.
Yep.
Like there's people that go through the lines to get concert merch and stuff like that, and they make tens of thousands of dollars reselling that online, and that's what they do.
Same thing happens at the Pokemon events. They'll have the Pokemon Center pop up, like especially the big like international championship ones. Like we had one at you had NAIC at Columbus, but they'll send in like usually you'll go to the center and they'll be like, here's whatever we have out for the day. So like they'll be these are exclusive to this event. You can only buy them here, and let's say they only put 50 out for the day, and there'll be people that get there first thing in the morning, and they'll bring it. Sometimes other people with them because sometimes they'll put like you can only buy 2. That's the max you can buy. But they'll bring like 10 people, so all those people can go in and buy 2. And then when they come out, like you'll find them out selling for like double the price right outside from where the Pokemon shop is. Like they'll be on the sidewalk, just being like, "Here they are. You want to buy them?"
Have like a bed sheet or something spread out with all their shit that they're just marking up.
And now they're sold out over there.
Yeah.
And like all you can do is if you want it, you buy it here.
They
if you
create
don't want
the scarcity and then jack up the prices. Yeah.
it really sucks. So for 68,000, I want to see a real
Right,
Star
Jordan?
Destroyer fly overhead as she performs. That'd be sweet.
I mean, the venue is big enough. It was huge. If anybody ever's been in the Lucas Oil Stadium, it was immense. I was trying to describe to these guys how big it was inside.
Okay, yeah, I know where that is. We just drove by it not too long ago, huh?
Yeah. No, yeah. We were right by it at Indie PopCon.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's cool, man. I'm glad you guys had a good time.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Yep.
Great time.
I've been to a couple concerts, but I don't think they've been as big as hers.
No, yeah, there was close to 70,000 people in the stadium.
That's a lot.
We
That's
broke
a big stadium.
We broke attendance records for that stadium 2 nights in a row. I don't know about the third night. Probably.
Wow.
Based on ticket sales and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
sure.
But yeah. We broke
It was
the
also
attendance
like the
record
last-
the first night and then broke that record the second night.
That was her last stop in the States for her tour, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's
I
the
could,
last
I could also see that
last
being a
leg
thing
of
too.
the
And it's
the
kind
US
of like
tour.
middle-ish of the U.S. too. So like
It's-
people
yeah.
coming from different directions, it may be easier to get to versus like if it's in California or over in like the Carolinas or something like that. Like there's a much bigger distance for
Yeah.
a lot of that stuff too.
On the drive back, we saw cars that had like the chalk paint all over the windows, like Eras Tour bound and stuff like that, with license plate like way over on the East Coast and out west and everything as well. So people drove a good ways to see this. So it was cool to be there and be among fans and all the love and acceptance and everything that was there. It was really cool.
I'm glad you guys had fun.
Except for some very bothersome people that screamed with big signs on the corner and loudspeakers, but we sang lyrics at them and they eventually went away.
They eventually went away.
Need to calm down.
Need to calm down. I'm glad you guys had fun.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
I forgot to mention earlier, one of my favorite things we did with Scream Stream was I actually had a lot of fun with a game that we played called Panicore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was one of my more fun like Scream Stream games we've done for group stuff.
I enjoyed our first round.
I really
where
enjoyed
you didn't
it.
tell me the point of the game, and I died, and I had no idea what the game still was.
It was a speed run.
That was so fun.
You gotta get into it.
I reveled in my own ignorance.
Yeah. Sometimes there's games that are really good when you don't know what's gonna happen. you
Yeah,
know?
you're right.
Sometimes it's great.
I agree.
So, but no, we played that then, and also on Halloween. We played it both times, and
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun.
Did you
And
enjoy
then
the Halloween stream?
on the Halloween stream?
Yeah.
So there were more maps, and Calvin and I decided to play another map that I had just unlocked that day.
Yeah.
So it was just me and him, and not only is it a new map that's bigger,
Yeah.
It was also a different entity that's on the map.
It
And
was a challenge.
we almost got it.
We almost did. Oh my gosh! If
But-
we'd have had 5 seconds more,
Yeah, or
We'd
if,
have gotten
if
away
Calvin
clean.
wouldn't have got me killed.
I think if you'd gotten in the elevator,
No, I think there's more things to do, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. But yeah, it was fun. So maybe we'll play that again sometime. But I had a lot of fun playing that one.
I'd definitely
And
be
just-
down for that.
Yeah, just exploring that. Maybe not even on October. Maybe we just play it again sometime.
Okay.
Sure.
But I did unlock a cop skin, so
Yeah.
I got a little bit of money.
Nice.
Yeah, you can buy skins, Eric. Remember Kebab Man? You can be a chef.
Yeah.
What kind
you-
of skin?
You could be chef.
Skin. Kebab Man.
You
can
got
buy
a
his
you got a
skin.
kebab skin?
No, I got a cop.
Cop. Okay, gotcha. I did not know what you said. Never mind.
You know,
Sorry.
chicken.
Yeah. Cop. Got it.
Cop. But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Miss Hopeful Snail, a $9.99 super chat.
Oh.
Been a long time viewer.
Mhm.
Silent Spectator. Have you watched the Starz series Outlander or AMC's Turn Washington Spies? I've not.
Oh,
No,
no, I
I've
haven't
not.
seen either of those.
I've seen little bits of Outlander because Melanie watches it.
Yeah.
I do not know of the spy one. What was it called?
Turn Washington Spies.
No, I do not.
Yeah,
I do not know that
I
one.
don't think I've ever heard of that one.
on the inside. That's
Sounds like it might be up my alley.
Carmen's been watching Outlander just for fun, not reactions or anything like that. She enjoys it.
People watch things for fun? Ridiculous.
Yeah,
Mhm.
some people do.
Mhm. Sometimes. Speaking of watching things for fun, I don't think we ever had a podcast or anything where we were able to announce it, but at least the schedule for November came out.
Yes.
Which, if you didn't know, there is the replacement for Spectacular Spider-Man.
Oh, yes.
There is. I have
Mhm.
the hint hunt if we want to go over it real quick.
There were some people in chat earlier asking about the breakdown, so I'm sure they would appreciate.
I don't
How
know
the
if
hint hunt
Yeah.
went through.
Of how
show
the
my
hint hunt
screen.
went.
It won't take long.
Okay.
Not a very long one. In fact, I didn't even watch Hint Hunt, the Discord channel at all.
You didn't get to watch it? Oh, I didn't get to watch it either. I had my in-laws in town for the last week or so, and we haven't seen them for like 5 years. So it was very nice, and I devoted all my time to it.
All right, cool.
Voted all my-
Yeah, so I saw people in Hint Hunt talking about whether or not it was going to drop. I'm like, damn, I don't have a Hint Hunt. So, so I made this in like 10 minutes. So this is what was posted.
Sometimes, Rick, you need an easy one to maybe pull in some new people and be like, you know what, I can do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
throw them a softball every
Yeah.
now and then.
Get their hopes up.
Well-
and then crush them next time.
So, shoot, who was it? I think it was Satan was saying like, I hope it doesn't drop on Saturday because I'm not going to be able to be there.
Mm.
And so I was like, all right, drops on Sunday.
Okay.
And someone else asked for it to be a medium difficulty.
Oh,
So I granted that wish too.
Gotcha. Yeah, I got it.
hmm
But
see it.
you know, it's 10 lines of gibberish. You should be able to figure out pretty quick. 10 is an important number. There's 10 options on the poll. These represent options on the poll. They are ciphered and scrambled, except for this one, which I kept to try to
Skitty skit.
give people an easier one to start with.
Yeah.
Sounds
Try
like
to figure out how it works.
some of that newfangled kid talk.
And so each line has a
Skibbity.
different cipher. They're all rot ciphers. So the top one's rot 1, rot 2, rot 3, rot 4, and so on.
Brain rot.
And if you apply those, you get these, which are scrambled except for this one.
Yeah.
Skitty skit.
Kill a kill. And if you unscramble them, you'll notice that there's some letters that don't belong.
Mm-hmm.
Zonster.
Gotcha.
Pinton.
And so if you
Owie house.
That sounds like a horror game.
Oh no, not Owie house.
Welcome to Owie House.
No, not the Owie house.
And so if you collect all the letters that are supposed to be there, so the missing letters, you get these. And if you unscramble that, you get the word assemble.
And then you have to assemble something.
Like a group of superheroes.
Yes, you can.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Gotcha.
Yes, for Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Yep.
Which has been fun. I've liked it.
Yeah.
It's
been
been
a lot of
it's
fun.
been a neat show.
It's been good, man, but that intro has been better.
Oh, that intro
I
is
love that
so
intro.
good.
Cartoon intro has a right to be. It's so damn good.
A couple of days ago, I was on Discord and they were talking about they had figured out the hint hunt, but we hadn't confirmed or whatever, and they were talking about the intro. And I just put something like, "I want to talk so bad," in Discord. So that was what I wanted to talk about, which is how much this intro rocks. It rocks almost as hard as that last episode of Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
that's a real good.
Yeah.
That was
finale.
an amazing finale for what it did, and I still am shocked
Ugh,
when I think about it.
I know.
Yeah.
And saddened.
They did really
Yeah.
good.
I mean, there is definitely sadness there, but I guess for me, because it's so recent, it's just like, and I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I knew it was
Yeah.
going to end. So to be able to sneak that in was just such an amazing thing for me.
Well, and it did a really good job, even as a Spider-Man fan, of me questioning things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I didn't think that would typically happen.
Yeah.
With just having like various knowledge of different things from Spider-Man. So it was
But-
really good.
Yeah, if we were watching that and then they canceled it, yes, I would be seething angry.
Yeah, it really helped us out that we knew it was canceled before going into that last
Yeah.
episode.
Uh-huh.
And I said it during the reaction stuff too, but I think it does a really good job of building its world and introducing characters before it introduces the character really sometimes. Where like you feel like, oh, they have been there, I just didn't know who they were. Or it's not just like, here's an episode where this person shows up and now they're a villain. Like so lots of times like you get to see them various times and stuff. So it was really good. I really liked it.
Also, very good intro. I quite like Spectacular Spider-Man's intro.
Yeah.
I never could get into it, honestly.
I could not get over his final movement in that intro. It just doesn't make any sense. That's why he charges up his spiderweb blasting.
Yeah.
Give him more oomph, you know?
I guess.
Yeah, you're like whipping your arms, and that accelerates the whip of the web. It's physics. He's a
Yeah.
scientist.
Yeah.
Physics. That's why he does. Okay.
Like when you
physics.
swing your arm when you throw a ball, you can throw it a lot harder than if you just like swing your wrist, right?
Mm.
Or your elbow.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But
Okay,
no,
but yeah.
Avengers is now on the schedule, and starting that was also fun too because they're introducing the characters in a fun way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It has been. I'm actually with the last episode we watched. I can't wait to see what the next episode
Yeah.
is. Just because it's been good in introducing, but now I feel like we're getting
Yeah.
more into things. And I'm
Yeah.
like, ooh,
I
okay.
want more comic accurate Thor. So much.
I say nay.
I say nay.
So yeah, that's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed that too. So yeah, look forward to that. That comes out. When's it come out?
Today.
Today.
Oh, was it
It
today?
came out
Yeah.
today. So the first
Yeah.
It's up.
episode's on YouTube right now, and the next 4 on Blind Wave Beyond.
Oh,
Check
well,
it out.
How convenient.
How about that?
Today. Also, I'm pretty sure you can help us choose another show right now. Right?
Yeah, there's a poll going on.
There
Yeah.
is currently a poll going on.
There
What
is a
will
poll.
succeed Succession?
Yeah. I was very happy to see that thumbnail.
Oh,
I think
no.
Lano did that.
Broke my pen.
Yeah, so all 9 options are on the list.
All 9 options. Yep.
I fixed it.
He fixed it. Hey, I don't want to start talking about all the things I mess up that I fix within as quick as I can. Don't tell anybody.
So, yeah. So if you were wanting to vote for Yellowstone and it wasn't there, it's there now. You can go and change it. But
Correct.
if you didn't care for Yellowstone, you shouldn't have to do anything.
Correct.
So, there you go. Very rigged against Yellowstone in the beginning.
Yeah.
Wait, exactly, Mac. So that means you should go there and vote for Yellowstone right now to give it
Yeah.
the respect it deserves.
Yeah.
To make up for its lost time.
Yeah. So go do that. Everyone's pushing different Yellowstone, Only Murders,
Come on,
Fringe.
BSG.
There's a lot of shows on there that I'm very interested in.
Yeah, I don't think there's a show on there that I'm not interested in, honestly.
Yeah. There is some different things with Severance that we mentioned in the video about it. And if Severance wins, there'll be a little bit of time beforehand to kind of give us time to get into season 2 that comes out beginning of next year.
Yeah.
Be kind of almost a happy accident that would be able to go right into it. So instead, it'll be a happy intention.
Yeah. It was really close, so we figured we'd just bide a little bit of time in the very beginning if it was to win. But if it doesn't win, then we'll just continue with whatever the show is otherwise.
Jetstream says, are there usually shows that you don't want to watch? I wouldn't say there's stuff I don't want to watch. There's just sometimes there'll be something that I have no context, and I feel like everything that's on there I have context of what it is.
I think like my best example for that is like in the anime poll having something like Kaguya-sama.
Yeah,
Kaguya-sama.
Like,
Kaguya-sama.
I'm not excited to see that one because I don't know what it is.
Love is War. What more do you need to know?
I don't know what
Love
that
is War.
is.
Yeah.
I've seen lots of things that could be war.
Yeah.
Like Fate Unlimited Blade Works meant nothing to me. Now it means something.
Yeah. But then sometimes there's a list like this one where either I'm familiar or have like some sort of idea or I've heard something about each show, and I'm like, okay, well I would like to see this, or I've heard that this is really good, or whatever it is. So.
Or you know an actor, or something.
Sometimes I know an actor about it, and I'm like, ooh, I love that actor. I'd love to see them do something else. So sometimes there's things like that. But I wouldn't say it's like, man, I really hope this one doesn't win. I don't think that usually happens.
Yeah, if I said something like that earlier, that's not how I wanted it to come out.
So,
but no, yeah, they're very, very of interest to me.
Normies are starting Battlestar Galactica now. I'd love to watch
are they?
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
Saw they were doing Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, damn it. I need to defect.
I was gonna say, I wonder if they would watch Stargate with me.
That's good. I'm happy for them.
That is good.
Oh, wow.
There are always so many shows and not enough time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep.
So, but to help with that, make sure to update your recommendations. One of the reasons I think that a lot of people have enjoyed the polls recently has been that we've been pulling a lot of this stuff from where our recommendations sit with you guys picking your 3 movies and or TV shows.
Yep.
And I've seen a lot of people happy for what movies have been popping up or what has been on polls for shows and stuff too, and a lot of that has to do with what you guys are recommending. So at the very least, we take several of those, and then sometimes we'll pull a couple other things for our own selves or things that we've heard that maybe haven't been recommended yet. But yeah, make sure you guys do that.
Sign up for a free account over at blindwave.com, and you can recommend.
Yeah.
Breaking, Calvin leaves Blindwave for the normies. Calvin just bounces so he can watch Stargate with people that he's like, I know them. I want to share Stargate with whoever I can.
Yeah.
Well, what about us? You took too long.
And I see people asking questions in chat. The best way to get those answered is to go over to twitch.tv/blindwave and redeem a question. We try to get to those at the end of the podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aaron,
Yes.
I didn't get to ask you, anything exciting or fun happened during Trick or Treat Halloween?
I mean, we had, so I since we've moved, I actually have kind of a yard area, so I actually get to decorate.
Yeah.
And there's actually there are kids on the road, but the kids are like, there's like my kids, and then there's like one family with like another 4 kids over here, and another family with another 4 kids over there. And that's like all.
Sure.
Everyone else is like old people that don't trick or
Yeah.
treat.
Yeah.
So I got to trick or treat with a few people, and we set up some stuff for scares and whatnot, which was fun. Melanie and I set up, like, we had some electronic stuff that we didn't want to get wet, so we didn't have them out throughout October. We had some other stuff out during October, but then like for trick or treat night, we put everything out.
Sure.
And then after it was done, we put it all away and stuff too. But no, I had fun with that. The setup had a couple little jump scare points. Mel and I went and bought stuff at Spirit Halloween this past weekend because the last 2 days of it being open, everything was like 50% off. So I got like a new foam coffin. I got some like fog juice. I got some little jump scares of this and that, dropping spiders and stuff like that too.
Nice.
But trying to keep in mind of what we want to do next year. and I think we're gonna go. I didn't do Ghostbusters this time, but I think I have everyone on board right now to do Ghostbuster stuff next year.
Sweet.
So like Colson said he wanted to be Slimer, so we already got him because it was there and 50% off. We got him a Slimer outfit.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's right.
Melanie said that she'll be a Ghostbuster with me, and they had a Proton Pack 50% off. So I bought her a Proton Pack.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So now I have 2 Proton Packs. And then Ayla was like, I want to be a Ghostbuster. And they had a little kid's Proton Pack. And then I
Nice.
got that one. So I'm like, yes, I've already started being able to build a Ghostbuster team.
Sweet.
That's good.
So I'm excited about that part there. We'll just kind of try to set it up. I want to make it much more ghost themed next year so that when they come to like trick or treat, we have a ghosty / Ghostbuster
Gotcha.
for it.
Okay.
I think that'd be fun to do.
Yeah.
Be
So
cool.
I really want, and I might need your guys' help one year, is I really want to just set up like a big gate that says Jurassic Park and have us all as dinosaurs in the yard roaming around for like trick-or-treaters. I think it would look so
like
cool.
that.
I really
Yeah.
want to do that. I think that'd be fun to do. But
I want one of those like Velociraptor suits that you like
like the
walk
real
inside of.
cool
They're like
ones?
12 feet long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want one of
they
those.
have like the rubbery skin thing so it looks
Yeah.
like real. Not like the inflatable T-Rex that runs and his head's like,
Yeah, his head like flies backwards like this, flapping the whole time. No, yeah, I want one of those, and they have like the megaphone or whatever in the throat, so that
Yeah.
when they open their mouth, they can do different like screams and screeches and
yeah.
roars and stuff. That would be a lot of fun.
We got costumes and stuff together for this year, and since we kind of figured out what everyone was gonna be, I ended up wearing last Christmas. Melanie got me a Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider-Man suit. I got to wear that for this Halloween,
Sweet.
and she did Squirrel Girl.
Oh, okay.
And
Nice.
then Ayla did Spider Gwen. Leon did Deadpool, but riding in this inflatable unicorn thing,
Yeah,
which he
Okay.
thought was so funny. He loved it. Coulson was Miles, Spider-Man. And then Kanan wanted to be Deadpool, but they couldn't find a Deadpool outfit for him. And he was looking. He saw the inflatable T-Rex, and he was gonna do. He loves dinosaurs, and he was gonna do that one. But then he also saw an inflatable Godzilla, and he chose that instead.
nice.
And then I guess it was his idea, or they came up with the idea. They wanted to take glow sticks and put in his mouth, like specific blue glow sticks,
that's cool.
so that they could represent his breath and stuff and have that in there too.
That's
so
pretty cool.
he was Godzilla roaming around, but I think he got tired of it because when they were coming back from trick or treat, he already had it off, being like, I just can't see very well. The tongue's in the way.
Yeah.
I can't hold my candy very well because my hands are out here in this inflatable thing. But when he was at home and stuff, he was like spinning around, his tail's swinging around with it too.
That's cool.
It was really neat. But he enjoyed that one.
It's awesome. Yeah, as much as I love trick-or-treating with Evie, I am looking forward to the day where I can get back to scaring kids.
Yeah.
I want to set up that first I want to try to get more. This is the first time us being in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
And like no one else really decorated.
Mm.
And the kids also said that a lot of people kind of like they had candy out, but no one was like. It was like you went up
they
like
had
trick or treat. It's like,
they had a
hi,
bowl on
how
a
are
stool,
you?
but they didn't
Yeah.
like give out
They
candy.
did that.
Gotcha.
But I'm wondering if they haven't had a lot of people and not a lot of like influence in anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping like doing this, people are like, oh man, you see them decorate? We should decorate. And next year it expands. And I'm hoping
Sure.
it kind of grows a little bit from there. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe also like younger people come into the neighborhood and we'll get more kids and stuff too. Or
Yeah, sure, I
whatnot
get
too
you.
might happen.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I heard about like there is like in Marietta there's like 4th Street or one of the streets is like they had like I don't know like 300 kids or something like that.
300.
Like something crazy. Like it was
Yeah.
like quite a few kids
There's
that
a
someone said
lot.
they had. But like people went there because specifically I guess they trick or treat there. Whereas like there were other parts of like Marietta that people were like, I had 10. Like
Oh yeah.
people like didn't trick or treat here, or they all went to 4th Street, or whatever it is. And I'm like, well, dang, okay. But apparently, like, yeah, there were some streets in Marietta that had a lot.
Oh yeah, no, the streets are pretty packed
But
for sure.
from what the kids said at ours, most of them had like full candy bars. Like they had a lot of like, oh man, we didn't walk very far, but we got a lot of big candy. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, well, cool. I'm glad.
Whenever I give out candy, I always get full size candy bars.
Yeah.
Stuff
Get a
like that.
full
Like to
candy.
get the big boxes from Sam's Club.
Yeah.
It's always what I wanted when I was a kid, like to be that one house that give out full size candy bars and stuff like that. Now I think a lot of people are doing it because they were kids like that when I was a
and they wanna do
kid.
that?
You got to go
Like-
king size, Calvin.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
go king size. I gotta get the 4 Reese's cups out. Yeah.
Well, what we had a scarecrow that whenever you reach for it does like the jump scare thing, right? Melanie had like some smaller candies in that, and he's like, "Hey, if you guys want extra candy, you can get something from that bowl. But here's the candy we're handing out. But if you want something extra, grab from there." And I said, next time what we need to do is like at the beginning, like I want if they have to walk through a little area that's kind of jump scary, I want them to just get like the little candy here at the beginning. But if they want the big candy bar, they gotta go through the thing.
They gotta go through the
There you
real
go.
scary
Yeah,
shit.
Go
Yeah.
through here, and that's when you get that. So I don't know. We'll see. Melanie originally was like, "Why don't we have them walk through like the one garage and go to the backyard?" I'm like, "I don't want. Hey kids, you want candy? Go through the house.
Come inside.
Like we haven't been here yet before.
Yeah, right.
I was like, maybe we'll build up to that
Sure.
in the future.
Get that reputation going first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
she was talking about like, what if we set up like you could be a backyard party going on? We could have a projector playing like a Halloween movie. I'm like, that sounds
Yeah.
cool. We'll build up.
Yeah.
Let's wait a little bit. I don't want to start big and then we have to do that all the time. Let's start smaller and then like if we want to, we can do that. But there was another family they talked about like they used to do block parties back before the pandemic and stuff, and then they haven't done block parties for a long time. And they're like, maybe we should bring that back. Just kind of get the neighborhood like kind of hanging out and talking together and stuff. And I was like, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I'd like to thank E16 for the $5 Canadian super chat. We need a new channel, Blind Normies. We've had some crossovers in the past.
We can make that happen.
We have, yeah.
No,
Couple
no,
of
no, no, no.
forks and a tank
No.
of gas.
No. I do not condone blind
But-
normies.
My trick or treat was a good
I don't know how
time.
to word this. Shut up, Calvin. Sorry, Rick, go ahead.
No, it's all right. My trick or treat was a good time. Evie went as the Mothman.
Oh, so cool.
The
It was
Mothman.
awesome. That's a local cryptid,
Yep.
Point Pleasant, West Virginia. If you're not familiar with.
Yeah.
Is there like cryptid like power scaling? Like my cryptid would beat your cryptid.
Yeah, there must
Well,
be.
this story had
right?
this, and
I mean, like, the Mothman's bound to beat the Chupacabra,
I
right?
think he can fly. I
But
think.
probably not the Jersey Devil.
Like the Mothman knows the future.
Yeah,
He knows the future.
he knows
Yeah.
the future.
Wait, does he
dude.
know the future, or is that just that Richard Gere movie?
I can see the future.
No, like I mean, the Richard Gere movie is partially based on the quote unquote true story of the Mothman,
Okay.
and a lot of people saw the figure before that bridge collapsed.
Yeah,
And-
but does that mean he, like, saw the future? Or does that mean, like, he's a omen of death? Or does that mean he, like, caused the collapse?
He saw the future. That's all it means. And if you don't think that, fuck you, man.
Cryptid hater.
But yeah, we should do a tier ranking of cryptids.
A cryptid tier
Yeah.
list. That
It
would
should
be
be
neat.
a epic death battle, right?
A cryptid death battle.
Yeah.
It would be neat to go through and, like, what are cryptids that I do know and what are
Yeah.
cryptids I don't know?
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
feel like I know quite a few, but I'm sure there's some that I'm like, man, what's that? And it's like, a cryptid from, like,
So-
maybe even another country that I've, like,
Cryptids
I've
you
never
never
heard
heard of, and then you gotta draw it.
I gotta draw it.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Can't draw to begin with, but all right.
That's even better.
It was like
Okay,
when
I
Calvin was
like
talking about
that.
the microscope thing yesterday. He's like, yeah, he could draw and write and look through the microscope. I'm like, I can do that, Calvin. He's like, yeah, but it was legible and it looked like it. I'm like, oh, well, I didn't know that was like the prerequisites you needed.
But good on Evie for representing the local cryptid
Yeah.
powerhouse we have.
And then mine was a little lazier. I was Phoenix Wright,
Okay.
but specifically from Apollo Justice. Because he's just like wearing a hoodie and he has a blue toboggan on.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh. I was waiting for you to be like, yeah, but he's, I went as Thor, but I went as like, when he's-
Powerless Thor.
When he's just chilling
Yeah.
in his room playing video games and eating,
Yeah.
I was at Thor. So I was waiting for the Phoenix Wright when you said that.
Lebowski
I'm like,
Thor.
oh, so like a suit and stuff. And
Yeah.
you're like, no, hoodie
But-
and a toboggan.
I also trick or treated with my friend Adam's daughter, and Adam also has the full Ghostbuster outfit.
Ugh.
And today I saw like Ghostbusters in a different job because I was driving by Marietta College and there were 4 groundskeepers and they all had leaf blower backpacks on and they were all walking and crossing the street together.
At the same time.
And I just couldn't help
Nice.
but think of the
That's
Ghostbusters.
hilarious.
That's cool.
Adjacent to that a little bit, I was watching like a city guy blowing leaves here in town.
Yeah.
Like he was like for the city. And he
There's
was
not a
trying
lot
to-
of things to do in town. That's what we do. We watch city people.
Well, I was just driving. But what was funny was I was watching him blow leaves.
Yeah.
But the wind was blowing, and they were just coming right back.
I
at
know.
him.
no.
And I was
That
like-
was me the other day,
I just
man.
watched him for a
Damn.
little while, just blowing, just being like,
He's just burning a tank of gas. Is all he's doing.
so funny.
He's just standing there.
loved it.
And don't get me wrong, I'm thankful I don't have to rake anymore, but sometimes
Oh.
that blower doesn't work.
Mine died. We have so many more leaves at this house now.
Yeah.
Like before, it was like more pine trees.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
Like
as many
needles.
leaves.
Yeah.
Usually they just kind of fall, and I'm just kind of like, well, they're over there. I'm not worried about them.
Sure.
They'll be fine. But leaves like are everywhere, and my blower doesn't last long enough for me to blow all the
Oh,
leaves.
you have like battery powered
yeah, it has
blower.
a battery one, and like I have the other battery at the other house because like I've been like back and forth with things.
Like trading. Yeah.
So like it's still there to charge and help with like if I'm doing weed eating there, the weed eater uses the same power. So if I had both, I could alternate them. But I don't. I just had one. So I'd blow it and then put it up and I wait and I come back like in an hour and then blow it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it back. Wait. So yeah, it's not as much fun. I've been thinking about getting a rake to rake while it charges.
While it charges.
Well, because I was trying. I don't know if my kids have ever had leaves, so I wanted to.
Oh, you mean like piles? That
Yeah,
you'd-
I wanted to take all the leaves and put them into a big pile and make a pile of leaves, especially while like it was like they were nice and like crunchy and like blowing in the wind and stuff. They weren't like wet, and
Yeah.
heavy leaves. And I kept trying to push as much as I could over and get them. And I'd keep pushing. And I push them another direction. I'm like, oh man, I'm getting it. I'm gonna get them here. And I took them from like the neighbor's driveway too to help her clear those off. But also when I'm doing my yard. Like they kind of blow into hers anyway, and she seems very particular about wanting to get rid of leaves. Like she blows the leaves like every day or every other day. Like she was talking about how she blew the leaves, and then like she got done and looked, and like the leaves were back. And she goes, "I can't believe it. Leaves are so bad this year." That's what she was telling me, and they're so bad this year.
That's funny.
Yep.
So I was like, "Well, I got this far. I'm done for tonight. I'll do more later." And then I hadn't gotten to him the next day, and then by the following day, she came out with her gas-powered backpack leaf blower
Super loud.
and cleared off her driveway and then helped me by sending those leaves into the woods that I had been working on building up
Oh
for
no.
the kids.
yeah.
So now they're all gone. I'm like, dang
Yep.
it. So I need to get a rake or something because I just don't have the time to do it and wait and do it and wait.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand.
No, when I was a kid, I would pile up the leaves, but going into dried leaves was far too loud, and also sometimes stinky if they were rotting.
Yep.
But I would pile them up and then throw sticks into them. My giant German Shepherd would then leap into
Oh, that's so cool.
the leaf piles and
Okay.
try to find a stick.
I thought you were like booby trapping it for like other kids.
No.
That would like punji sticks. Or
I remember.
something?
I remember my brother doing that. He piled all these leaves over like a giant round hay bale, and we're like, "Let's run into it." He ran to it, and he just stopped, and I just hit over a hay bale. Again, there's not a whole lot to do on the farm. You got.
You got to think of inventive ways to make your siblings hurt
Exactly.
themselves so you don't get in trouble.
All right, I have a question.
You got a question?
I'm going back to the cryptid things.
Cryptid.
Have you guys heard of hodags?
Odag?
Hodags.
Hodag. No.
I haven't heard of that one.
Okay.
No.
Hodag.
So, I have family in Upper Michigan, and
Okay.
there's a town we drive through, and they have a statue of one
Statue
at
of the
their
Hodag.
like Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
If you change over to my screen, I can show you what a hodag looks like.
I want to look at a Hodag.
It is the wildest thing.
That's a Hodag?
That's a hodag.
It looks like it's out of, oh shoot, what's that children's book?
Where the wild things
Yes.
are. Yeah, mixed with like a Dodongo from Zelda.
A Dodongo.
Yeah,
Mixed
King
with like
Dodongo.
the Never-Ending Story dragon.
Yeah, a
thing.
little bit. Falcor.
Falcor, yeah.
So is that the size it would be too?
Is that the scale?
I don't.
Or are they like, they're actually 2 inches?
Like
I
that's,
don't think they're small.
like if that's true to size, that's going way up on my tier list. I feel like.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. You could like tame him and ride him.
Well, it'd be kind of an uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, you gotta watch out for the spikes.
Unless you're into that. I don't know.
You could fix something there. You'd be good. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hodag.
You guys brought up cryptids, and I'm like,
Yeah.
man, there was a weird one from
That's a
Upper
cool
Michigan
one.
that
Mm.
I can't remember, and it took me a minute to find.
Does it what's it do? Does it like
Does it
eat
children?
people? Does it eat people? Does it eat pets?
I'll
I want
have to
to
look.
learn.
Okay,
I'll
when we
learn.
do our cryptid tier list,
Okay.
I'll come
Well,
in the
Hodag will be
information.
on there. Okay, got it. You guys got to send us your favorite cryptids. There's a podcast I listen to, or at least listen to, and they did a comic book called Cryptozoic Man. It was one man with all the powers of all the cryptids. It was really funny.
That is cool.
Yeah. But anyway, that's cool. All right, yeah, we'll have to. I think it's a solid idea, and not exactly October themed.
Not really. No.
Yeah.
It would be fun to have like all the wave riders submit cryptids from their local areas.
Oh yeah,
that would
that'd
be
be
really
cool.
cool.
I was gonna
Was I-
say, like,
Wouldn't be able to know if they're making it up or not.
cryptozoology is a year-round activity.
Yeah. It's not just like how cool it is or like it's lore. I love just the power of stories and how it can, like, everyone's heard of this, but they don't know who started it, you know?
Yeah. I hope, like, before I die, I'll have a Halloween shenanigan so spectacular
Yeah.
that it spawns the myth of a cryptid.
Yeah. Spawning a new cryptid, I think, is difficult because
Yeah.
so many people, like, you can track where, like, something comes from now.
Yeah.
You know? But I also, yeah, you're right. I want one, but I don't want to create one. I want it to naturally spawn. That'd be cool. But then I guess that's that's me looking for the magic where I know it's not there because most of it's bullcrap.
Most of it. Yeah.
Most of it. I'm sure there's one or two that's like, you know. I mean, hell, before we discovered, you know, the gorilla, that was probably like a story someone has. Like, what? Bullcrap.
Sure. Well, yeah, that's how we get like the Leviathan
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Can you imagine if like a giraffe had never been seen before and you just, you know, holy crap.
Yeah, I mean, if you see the wrong end of a whale
Yeah.
or a giant squid or something like that, or the both of them fighting, you would think it was a kraken, right?
Yeah. I guess that's also similar to what we were talking about not too long ago about the guy who was a painter that had never seen a camel.
Oh yeah.
So he
Yeah.
just like made up what it sounds like a camel would be, but it looks like a dinosaur, and people were trying to say, this is proof dinosaurs live with humans. Look at this painting. That's right.
I do wonder, like, Australia must have some of the craziest ones
I imagine.
because the creatures.
their normal creatures are so
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah.
You bring any one of
Yeah.
those to Ohio, and that's the new cryptid that we have to watch out for. Huh. Yeah, they had to have some good ones. I want not just like the ones that have developed like within the last 100 years. Like, what are like the oldest cryptids? Like, you know, like the Native Americans had so many names for Bigfoot, that type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like what are the skinwalkers and that type of thing. I don't really know that super well. It'd be cool to get into.
Yeah, I mean, if you count like Greek mythology and things, you have like chimeras. And,
Yeah.
you know, your D&D monster
Sure.
manuals.
Yeah,
so,
sure. Sirens, that type of thing.
So like if you count those, then
Yeah.
those are pretty old. The Egyptian gods. Sort of
the
mix-
old gods.
Well, yeah.
And you're right. I did kind of have a cryptid experience with Scream Stream Circle with Until Dawn. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you so much for the treat stream.
Yeah, thank you.
Scream Stream, awesome.
Do you know who it was?
No,
I'll look it up.
I'm going to assume
Okay.
Alex.
Alex in Scotland.
That's my assumption. But I have that off of nothing except for I think I saw them in chat earlier, and I know they've done it before.
Alex Tennessee.
That's all it's based on.
I'll try to tell you if you're right.
Eric or Rick, did you want me to bring it over to you?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it though.
Calvin and I are going to enjoy.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
I haven't added that email address on my new phone yet. Damn it. So I cannot tell you.
What phone did you get?
Oh, just the newest iPhone.
Awesome.
No.
It can be awesome for him.
What?
iPhones are getting better, dude. Like they can actually send you stuff, and it's not terrible quality
They
now.
can text us now. Yay. Do I still
Turns
get
out
that?
they could have done that for
Am
a
I
while.
still a different colored, like bubble? Just
Oh yeah,
because?
yeah. They still ostracize people that
Just
aren't in
'cause?
there. Like, yeah.
Like you're not for me. You're just
Yep.
you're just another text bubble. But-
Which I think most people understand that, but man, like I still talk to like some like kids in my family that like that's important to them. No, their color is green. It's stupid. It's like, oh man, dumb kids.
we all went through the console wars
We did. I
What's green and
suppose.
stupid?
and WWF versus WCW.
Yep.
Text bubbles
Yep.
for
We
Apple.
had silly things we were obsessed with too.
I can sense myself getting into wrestling soon.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've just been having a good time catching up on the last 20 years of wrestling through
There's
short
a lot
form.
to catch up
There's a
on.
lot to catch up on.
You know what we
And-
should do?
Raw's going back to 2 hours. Praise the
2-hour
gods.
Raw.
Wait, is that good or bad?
That's great.
Wait,
That's
how
the
many hours
best
has it
thing that
been?
could happen in wrestling.
3, right?
Yeah, 3.
Oh, so
3
there-
hours.
So it's just there's less of it.
There's less.
Which means they cut the bad.
Got the
Yes.
fluff.
Hmm. Okay. But you know what we should do?
It's been scientifically proven that a 3-hour wrestling show cannot work. Because Nitro tried to do it, Raw tried to do it. It can't work.
I don't know if anyone's done this yet. They might have, but I know like I've seen other people do the what is it, Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
I know.
The generic version is called a battle royale.
Okay, but like they'll make like I've watched Dead Meat and they do like a horror Royal Rumble and they'll make wrestlers who look like different entities from horror movies
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then see who's gonna come out on top.
Mhm.
We should make a reactor Royal Rumble where we try to make reactors as wrestlers
Yeah.
and then see which reactor would win.
Or
could
we
have-
just do that in real life. And,
No,
and
we can't do it in
get
real life.
ourselves a wrestling
we know
ring
enough
and-
of them.
I think it'd be neat to be like, guys, all right, we're gonna see who wins Reactor Rumble. But I don't know if anyone's done a Reactor Rumble yet or not.
I think the normies have a major advantage.
There's quite
They
a
have
few
the
of them.
numbers.
They have the
Maybe
numbers.
we should limit it a little bit.
Sure.
Eric will have to bulk back up so they can't get him over the top.
I know. What have I done?
What have I done?
Made a huge mistake.
E16 with 10 Canadian dollars with a Canadian cryptid, the Wendigo. They dwell in forest. It's said that they can mimic human voices, steal your dreams, and even devour your soul, as well as your body.
Want some
Yeah.
candy?
Yep.
I saw a thing
always-
online that was talking about and you guys may have said this, but the what's it called? Uncanny Valley. Where it's like, the scariest thing about the Uncanny Valley is that humanity must have developed a reason to be afraid of something that doesn't quite look human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
I've
was
seen
like-
that before.
And it was like, why? What was it? I guess the scariest thought is, why did we have that?
I understand what you mean.
What
Yeah,
looked almost human but
Yeah.
not human that we had to have an Uncanny Valley sense, right?
Well,
That
yeah.
we had to have an irrational fear of.
like
Yeah,
all,
right? What is that?
all kind of cultures have those sort of creatures.
Go read the last.
Is
super chat.
that-
It involves it?
I want to say that's a consequence of us being so good at seeing things normally. Like we look at faces and you don't see individual components, you see a face, and like we're really we're hardwired to respond to another person's face. So when something is off, we react negatively. But I never considered the option that that's not a side effect. That's a thing we had to develop for survival.
Yeah. And we survived so well that now we don't have to worry about it as much. And it's just something that filmmakers talk about.
Yeah.
Well, you know how some there's animals that have I'm gonna dangle this and it looks like
Like an anglerfish.
well yeah they
Or,
have like
or
a
like a
light, right?
lanternfish. Yeah.
But things that have this looks like this and then when something goes for it, actually it's a trap and now I got you.
Yeah.
What if it's something like that where it's this looks like a child but not quite like a child, and
Yeah.
then when you go to help the child it gets you, or whatever. I know
I'll get it.
they said about the super chat, but I can't get to YouTube because I don't have my keyboard because it's still over there.
Oh.
So I was like, I won't need it. I'll be fine, but
Yeah.
I should have moved it.
I do like that perspective shift, though. Of this is why the Uncanny Valley exists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The super chat is from a bunch of numbers. The Wendigo is one of the best Canadian cryptids.
Mm.
They dwell in forests, and it's said they can mimic human voices, steal
Oh.
into your dreams, and even devour your soul as well as your body.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So-
That's the one that Rick was saying.
I've
Yeah,
always
Rick read
liked
that one.
Yep.
I believe.
Yeah. Okay. So
I like-
they have that Uncanny Valley kind of thing then
Yeah.
too, I guess, right?
I like
Yeah.
the Wendigo as a consequence of cannibalism. I always said that was a cool part of the lore.
Mhm.
Sure.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Don't like it.
Well, you've never tried it.
It's like mad cow disease, right? Like you shouldn't be doing bad things can happen.
You know what? I kept waiting for that to come back in a show where it was like in the first 5 episodes.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? They should bring these back. And I don't think they ever brought them back.
The Wendigo.
Yeah, but it was always a really cool idea.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that
that show went on for a lot of seasons.
that was a pilot,
Yeah.
right?
And they never brought it back. Was it the pilot?
Was
It was
Wendigo
definitely
the pilot?
in the first 5 episodes. I know for sure. I don't think it was in the pilot, but it might have been in the pilot.
It might have been the pilot.
For which though? Supernatural.
Supernatural.
Yeah.
I didn't say, but
I
now
know.
it's out there.
You don't want to spoil it.
I wasn't gonna tell.
People have only
anybody.
had 15 years to watch that first episode.
Hey, we have shows that are how old on like the poll now? Like, how old is
I am
Fringe?
positive that Supernatural gets to like every single creature.
Wendigo's the second episode of season 1.
I said it was in the first 5. I just didn't know which one.
Yeah, I knew I had watched it in the short stint that we tried to start it up, like years and years ago.
I feel like the first
I mean-
one was about a ghost woman.
I mean, we've already
And a bridge.
spoiled
The
things.
bridge,
Do you
yeah.
want me to just
Okay.
go through the list of all the things Supernatural
Do we have time?
No. Here it is. I'm scrolling, man. They've done everything. I'll give you just a couple crazy ones.
For a
you know,
Monster of the Week show, they had a lot of weeks.
yeah. Oh, yeah, they had a lot of them.
Some weeks was just the same thing over and over again, though.
I mean, a lot of it's
Seasons, I should say.
cryptid stuff in here, like the Chupacabras on here.
Mm-hmm.
And they did have some things that would
What would you say they had the most? I would guess vampires, having never seen the show.
the most. I would say,
Vampires, werewolves.
yeah.
Just because, like, vampires are cheap, right?
Hey,
Just some
do not
just
tell
saying.
Supernatural what it can make look cheap or not.
Yeah.
A lot of their creature effects was weird teeth. And it's
what?
like, here's our vampire weird teeth, here's our djinn weird teeth, here's our...
You know what I say they had the most of? I don't know if it counts. Demons.
Yeah, I would say demons is the number one thing they did the most, just because of the way they did it in that show. It was, possession stuff.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Couple more super chats. The amazing Webhead, $5. Happy you are seeing Avengers. This and Spectacular Spider-Man are great because they followed comics pretty well. Also, the intro is the best.
Yeah.
Intro is very, very good.
And it was really easy to go from one show to another, I feel
Yeah.
like, in my weekly rotation.
The AC Dragon Rider, $2.
I do feel like that last person may be biased.
No.
The amazing Webhead? Nah, surely not. AC Dragon Rider with $2. Hey everyone, excited for Gladiator 2?
Yeah, I want to see that.
I will
Hmm.
watch it at
I'll
some
watch
point.
it.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's not like when Ghostbusters was coming out, where I was like, I really want to see the next of Ghostbusters.
Sure.
Sure.
Do I see it in theaters, or do I wait for a reaction?
Yeah,
Like Gladiator 2, I'm kind of like, oh yeah, I'll watch that.
sure. Yeah, I'm kind of like that too, I think.
I'm more just confused the direction that they're going to go with it.
Yeah. Well, I waited so long on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like I
you
wasn't
did.
like, oh, I gotta go see it. And then after watching that, I was kind of like, oh, cool, okay. Well, you don't really need a sequel.
Yeah.
So I don't know what kind
I
of
didn't
sequel.
think, but hey.
I don't know what they'll do with it, but yeah.
There were other gladiators.
Yeah. But you know what? I watched Spartacus, and I got my Gladiator feel right there.
yeah. I love Spartacus. Spartacus developed its own, like, sword fight choreography style that is like when I see it fought like that, I think of Spartacus and Spartacus alone. I want to rewatch someday.
Kevin, you haven't seen Spartacus, have you?
Nope.
Oh man.
I haven't.
Oh, Rick, you haven't seen Spartacus?
Nope.
We watched Rome.
I played
We
the
should
board
watch
game.
Spartacus. You played the game?
You guys
Board
talk
game.
about it all the
The
time.
board game. Oh,
Yep.
okay. It's Blood and Sweat or something, right? Blood and something.
Blood and Sand.
Blood and
Blood
Sand.
and Sand. Yeah, Spartacus is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do we have anything else, or should we get to questions?
I think we can get to questions.
I felt like I had one more thing, and then I forgot because of the treat stream and I'm eating pizza.
Well,
So,
if you think, you can
if I remember, I'll interject it.
interject. Also, Ms. Gracie, $2 super chat. Happy in 7 day.
Oh,
Yay.
happy in 7 day. I know that BioWare's not focused on Mass Effect right now. They have their new game out, but when's the next one? When's Mass Effect? Will they call it Mass Effect 4? I think they will. I want to see. I love Mass Effect. I love that year I spent playing Mass Effect. 1 year of my life I spent playing Mass Effect.
It was a good year.
It was a good year.
All right, and maybe we'll get memes up while we're doing this.
Yes.
Memes.
All right, Abbas the Bomb asked, has any of the team heard or watched the Babadook? I'd love for that to be in the cards next Halloween. One of the best psychological horrors I've watched. I have watched it. It's quite good.
I haven't seen it, but I have seen it. We've had it on polls and stuff before.
Have we?
The Mudang poll.
I know I haven't seen it.
I'm fairly certain we had it on a
Yeah, I'm pretty
previous
sure we've had
Halloween.
that, and It's Follow.
Yeah.
It Follows.
Which came out around the same time.
The Aaron poll.
That's a good poll.
No,
I
the other
don't-
one was better.
What was I Want You for?
To visit your nearest Blind Wave recruiting station. I think it was for the million subs
Mm.
on YouTube thing.
Fabbuccino, is Aaron the only one of the crew that's played the Horizon Zero Dawn games? I have not played them.
I haven't played them.
I played like 5 minutes when Carmen got to a part that she was getting so frustrated and she just needed a little bit of break. And then she got back into it and she beat it. So that's all.
Eric, speaking of Mass Effect, Dise2000 asks, how do you feel about the upcoming Mass Effect live action TV series?
The first thing I think of is the Halo TV show, because when someone pointed out that they think that originally that was a Mass Effect show that was scrapped, they picked up the Halo license and then just kind of shifted all of the story stuff. It made a lot of sense.
Huh.
Yeah.
So I'm poisoning the well by thinking about that immediately, but I don't know. It's my favorite thing about Mass Effect is its interactivity when talking with your companions. Like after every single thing I would do, I want to go and talk to my companions about it. And I don't know how well that'll translate into a TV show, but I'll be there. You don't have to sell me on it. I know it's an amazing universe with some awesome ideas, but we'll see. I'm most looking forward to a game, but if that's a show that brings more people to that franchise, then hell yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like these doors aren't. Did I make this poll? I don't think this is where I put these doors.
No, this is accurate polling information.
No, you're door guy and you're taking the poll.
Oh, so this
So
is-
other people are answering, rating your doors.
You saying polls are wrong?
I also felt like the last one was off.
Maybe people are choosing your sidekick,
Mm.
and one of these doors is going to
I
be
thought
a
it was Bread
sidekick.
Boy.
Well, door guy can't be door guy without doors.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just guy.
Yeah. Stoop kid can't be stoop kid without a stoop.
Stoop kid's afraid to leave his stoop.
The Dark Knight Rises wants to know if any of us have seen Superman, the Christopher Reeve story.
No, I have
No,
not.
But I really want to.
Our editor Ultra messaged yesterday. He was going to be a little bit late with some of his videos. He's like, because I went and saw the Superman Christopher Reeve story and I have to recover. And I'm like, oh no, I want to see, but you had to recover. But from what I hear, people are quite liking it.
Hey, where's the Matthew Broderick Godzilla?
That's what I was gonna say. This is missing
It's
that
right there.
one, unless it's
It's right there. Come on.
30%.
Yeah,
Oh, it is.
It's
Okay.
at 13%,
I thought those
baby.
were stars, man.
Look at
it's
it.
fourth one down.
I thought he was in space.
Yeah.
I have a problem with whoever I polled for this. I need to find better polling subjects because these are not it.
These polls have been accurate for years.
This is one of the most accurate poll takers.
Easy mistake to make because Godzilla has been in space.
I
Space.
seriously want to do a high and dry for that Godzilla movie sometime, though. I could talk about it for literally
Wait.
hours.
Why am I going to Australia? What happened?
I don't know, but this is a ridiculous
I'm
meme.
missing the context of this one,
Yeah,
and
why
I'm the
did-
subject.
I don't know either.
Why do you daily go to Australia?
Do you have Australian players in your D&D game?
Have you been featured upside down in any photographs recently?
I don't know. Is there a? You know how you have that? You've been dead.
Yeah.
Because you were a rugby player.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is there another entity of Aaron in Australia?
yeah, maybe.
Could be.
I don't know. I don't know what the. I don't know what this one is.
You know what I like, though? I like our exploration of what it could be, and I feel like any answer that we give will not be as satisfying as what we've come up with.
All right.
Okay.
Flynn wants to know if there's any way to give music video recommendations. Not on the website, but
Yeah.
maybe...
The main thing is, like, when we do music reactions, going down in the comments and letting us know what you guys want. One of the reasons we haven't branched out a whole ton with them is because we were featuring Taylor Swift getting ready for Calvin going to that concert. So
Yeah.
now that we're not doing Swifty Saturdays, maybe we'll try to branch out and do some. I just want to do crazy different types of music. I don't want to be on just one genre. I want to check out all genres. But I've really been enjoying the ones that we've done so far.
Well, we also had K-pop.
And we have K-pop 101 has been a lot of fun too. That's it's like a whole different thing, K-pop. So there was a civil war in the hit hunt,
No, I don't think so. I think it was just
or is that people upset?
I think there's always a little bit of civil war
it's just all those shows going up against each other.
Oh, okay,
whenever
gotcha.
polls happen.
Mm-hmm. This show's the one that should win.
No, but I want this show.
It happens. What? Are you in a body bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put him in a body bag. Yeah.
B-Man asks, is Ben 10 a top 7 hero of all time? So I assume that means out of all heroes, and top 7 is a strange number.
Yeah, why wouldn't you go top 10?
I don't know. Top 7.
I would say that he's not top 7 for me, but if someone that said like, hey, when I was a kid, Ben 10 was my thing, I wouldn't be like, well, you're wrong. I'd be like, that is sweet. He rocks. He's just not, I had other heroes when I was younger, and it's really hard to break into that. Not everybody's All Might. They can break into my treasured characters like that.
Sure.
Treasured character. Do you think All Might could beat Ben 10?
No. But I
He
think
if
Ben would give
Ben
up
10
before.
only
I think
goes
Ben would give
forearms-
up before he would.
He probably couldn't beat Echo.
No, he couldn't.
I think he could.
Dude, what's Ultimate Echo though, Aaron? We gotta
Yeah.
find that out. I seriously want to know.
One day.
Yeah, one day.
And
It's
then
gonna
Calvin
happen.
will eat his horse.
Okay.
Garrus asks, I stubbed my toe and blamed Aaron for it like any true Blindway fan. If you guys were to have a myth started about you, what myth would it be?
Ooh.
Myth.
I feel like myths have already started about me.
The fact that you're a bat? That's not a myth. That's fact.
Yeah, but bats don't live under rocks. So which is it?
Oh. It's because there is another Aaron in Discord in Australia, but someone mixed it up and thought it was Blindwave Aaron when I brought him up in conversation and thought Aaron just started living in Australia.
Yeah,
Oh.
Okay.
that makes sense. Okay. See, it's not as satisfying as what we came up with.
All right, so a myth about me,
Yeah.
A myth.
like a legend or like a rumor.
Yeah, a rumor I think is a good one. Like, what would be a good one for Aaron is that, like we used to make fun of Aaron because it seemed like he was losing his hair, but then at some point he didn't, and it's just still there. What if he got hair plugs
Oh, that's the
to
rumor.
stem off, but they're so convincing we had no idea, and because I remember I keep saying like, no, dude, he beat it.
Yeah, I got a lot of years. Hopefully,
now you
I don't
beat
know
it.
what's gonna happen, and
Yeah.
you're gonna jinx me.
Nah, you beat it.
And I'm gonna come back next year, and it's gonna. Oh, man,
Yeah,
look
but
what
if it starts happening now, that you're older now, as expected. Calvin, what is the myth that comes up with you?
See, yeah,
Homeschool was the cover. You actually don't know what the real school he went to was. What was the real school you went to?
Oh, so homeschool. Calvin
Yeah.
calls it homeschool. but
Everybody's like, "Oh
really,
yeah, he goes to homeschool," and it's like, no, that's just the cover because I really go to,
it was
not
a
like Hogwarts.
Kingsman facility.
Yeah,
Like
You
a
know,
John Wick school.
Like a John Wick
ballet
assassin
or
school.
something.
and yeah, I would say something like that would be pretty cool for you.
See, I like doors.
Yeah.
Like Aaron can make shows. He can make shows manifest.
You can make things happen. Yeah, that is true. You do have that amazing talent. And also, you know what? Maybe one of my conspiracy theories would be like, you have this gift to when I have a technical problem and I want to show you my technical problem, and you'll be like, just do this. And I'll be like, Aaron, you fool. I've done that 50 times and it's not working. And you come over, you do it, and it works for you. I think it's a conspiracy. I think that you've been planning that.
I'm
And you're there, like, unplugging it behind me.
toggle switch and then turns it on and off.
Yeah, there's mine.
I like that one.
Yeah, I'm like a first generation mutant, and I don't know
Yeah.
it yet because I have so many technical issues. I'm actually like a tech mutant, and I can like fuck with ones and zeros and stuff
On and
like
off
that.
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
For my myth, if once I'm dead, If you encounter my ghost and follow it, you'll get lost.
Ooh, I like that one.
So you're like that one Pokemon that like eats kids.
Drifloon.
Drifloon. Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I like the idea that Rick's getting lost is not real.
Yeah.
He has created this persona so that when he doesn't want to go somewhere, he can just say he got lost and everyone believes it.
Mm.
And
Okay, I like that.
He always
bad.
naturally has an excuse to be like, "Oh, I got lost." Like, that's Rick. Sorry, Rick.
I was
should've
gonna
made sure I gave you good directions.
It's similar to when I was making for me, which is I'm actually not deaf in one ear. I have full control. I just like to catch people talking about me.
Yeah, right. It's like, that's
Yeah.
that would be a good myth where it's like it
Yeah.
benefits you, but
Sure.
it gives you an excuse of some reason of
That's like when you're around people that speak a different language and they don't know that you also speak that language.
Yeah.
It's like that.
yeah.
I like that one.
There we go. There are myths.
Okay, those are the good myths.
Dear diary.
We got some super chats.
Super chats.
Ian B, 249, I believe that's euros. Hey guys, have you played DBZ Sparking Zero? We're playing that tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Over at Blindwave Gaming and twitch.tv/blindwave.
It'd be our first time playing.
Dragon Ball
We're gonna.
Z.
I don't know what all characters we'll have available, but we'll see and we'll play and get a taste of it at least.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And it's also going to be really fun because, like, I know Dragon Ball pretty well. Rick has seen the anime. These guys have only seen a bridge, and they're going to come together and be able to appreciate this franchise from very different points of view.
I can't wait for Rick to be like, "Oh, it's this character sweet," and I'm like, "Ooh, it's this character." And he's like, "Why are you excited for him?"
Yeah.
E16 with another 10 Canadian. I recommend the song. I don't know if I'm even going to try to pronounce that song.
Okay.
By Heilung, experimental folk music with screaming druids and Vikings with a female lead that will swallow your soul and throat sing men to rattle your bones.
Are they the
Nice.
same group? Like, there's a group that did the Vikings opening. They were a group like that. They did like
Yeah.
Viking rock music.
Sure.
I don't know if it's the same, but
I mean,
if
to
not,
be fair,
that's
there
awesome.
are quite a few
I'm sure that-
Scandinavian like
Yeah.
metal groups.
I love
like
when
they're famous for it.
when like you'll bring a modern flair to older music like the Who
Yeah.
that do the Mongolian throat singing, you know, but then they mix it. Oh, it's so cool. But no, I want to check that out.
And I have free Metroid hat with $5. Myth, Aaron is a Bulbasaur that turned into a human.
Yeah.
I am a Bulbasaur.
Yeah. And good to see you again. Free Metroid hat. No.
I had to put a cherry on top of that latte or whatever she's got.
Though Aaron is one of the few people that has ever heard Bulbasaur say his name.
It's true.
Yeah, it was great.
Bulbasaur said Aaron. And I don't think that happens often.
That was great. That's so cool.
Not the same group. Okay, thank you.
He's so tiny.
What can he do?
Talking about Wait,
Oh, it's funny.
Cracks me up.
what is that for?
From a mailbag,
From a
but it's
mailbag.
just
Just
I like the
looking around
imagination.
going, all right. The talking about music and stuff too.
Uh-huh. Oh no, Calvin.
Not again, no.
I'm excited for mid-month. I forgot about this one thing earlier, but Linkin Park is supposed to have a new album. This
Yeah,
month,
with their
middle
new
of the
singer,
month.
right?
Yeah.
Which I'm excited for that to see how that album, because they have some of my favorite albums I've listened to in the past. But also in the middle of this month, I think, at least it should be shipped. But I'm finally getting my HasLab PKE meter and trap.
Oh, good.
I ordered it sometime last year and supported their making of it, and it was great.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's great.
This meme is so funny.
I love this meme.
I
so
relate
much.
so hard to this.
It's so funny.
I even watched their stream, but like this happens in the studio sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
This is so
a twig
accurate.
breaks,
Yeah.
a pin falls.
Oh, that's so
Wind blows the
funny.
grass.
Oh,
Wind
man.
wrestling. Ah!
I mean, that last one is what you got to be afraid of in the happening, too. So
Oh,
that one
Ma'am,
I understand.
no.
I hope
No,
I
man.
hope you guys watched The Quarry because that one was fun.
Yeah.
We did like a video at one point, and Calvin and I heard them from down the hall, like and I'm like, what?
It was a sustained scream.
Like
too.
it was for so long. Like they're replaying a section of it. Like why are they so scared now?
Oh, that's funny. It was a good one. You guys gotta check that out.
But yep,
Sarah Jane has not a question, but I think the uncanny valley is because of dead bodies and that they give off diseases and look less human.
Oh, okay. I get that.
Interesting.
So that's why that evolved.
A dead body definitely will have that look. I get you. Okay. I
Is it-
appreciate that this has your cowboy hat on, Calvin.
Yeah, is this meant to be? There's Calvin. That's why he's
Yeah.
taller.
Yeah.
There's like the Baba, and there's someone else in there. Oh,
I thought your outfit looked fantastic, Calvin. Were you the only person with a cowboy hat, or were there more?
No, there were others.
Okay, good.
I was
Good.
I was doing specifically a blend of debut, which was
Yeah.
like the country theme,
Sure.
and reputation. So it was debutation.
Good.
I didn't see your outfit.
No?
No, I didn't know you had a cowboy hat.
Oh.
Yeah, cowboy hat. You gotta follow my
Yeah.
socials.
No, I didn't see anyone's outfits.
Oh.
Where'd you see these outfits?
X.com.
Ugh.
Is that a porn site?
I know.
It sounds like it.
Sometimes I just try to remember what it's supposed to be called and see how people react.
Is this Rick trick or treating? Like,
You must
Oh,
solve
that's
the hint hunt
do
in
you want
order
this
to
candy? Solve
your
this
candy.
puzzle.
Want some candy?
That's good.
All
But,
right.
no, I like that idea for Uncanny Valley as well. That's an interesting.
Yep.
I read that and I'm like, ooh man, what could it have been?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I
Yeah.
don't know. But yeah, maybe it's just like, hey, whenever it's like something doesn't quite look right, maybe there is like they had the plague. Get away from them or something, you know?
Sure.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I'll get to Twitch bits and donations, and if we get more questions, I will go back to questions.
Gotcha. Yeah, guys, if you want to submit any questions on Twitch, it's in the little bottom with the channel points. You can click the button there.
And preferably not, will you react to this?
Yeah.
Style questions.
Those ones. The
Because
answer
the
is
answer is
maybe.
maybe.
Has the
Maybe.
an- the
Put it on
answer's-
your
Has
recommendations.
the answer ever been no? I don't think we've ever really said nah.
We
Not
have
that
once.
What was
That
it?
was when they were asking way too much.
Yeah, we got tired of it.
Yeah.
Took it out
No.
on that show.
You know what? No.
Not doing that one. We've only banned one out of pettiness.
What isn't that what you guys said for Titans?
I mean, I've said no.
Hey, you guys gonna
I would-
finish Titans? No.
We started it. We did react.
All right. All right.
I would watch the rest of it.
LKG, 61 months. Thank you very much. Fumrak was 63.
Thank you, Former
Thank you,
Academy.
Former
AG.
Andy with 2 months.
Andy.
Also, all these have been Prime so far. If you have a Prime subscription just sitting around, you can subscribe on Twitch with it.
Yes.
Thaddeus Spider for 40 months. Nice round number.
Thaddeus.
Thank you, Thaddeus.
Garbage Miner for 4 months.
I
That-
think you're a swell miner.
Is that like?
Miners, not miners.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No.
It's the kind of miner that goes
Mining.
mining. Yeah.
It's that one.
Did that answer my question?
Sure.
Natasha Selena, 17 months.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
17 months.
Alex in Scotland gifted a sub. And I, Jordan, gifted 5 subs.
Thank you
Thank
guys for the
you.
gifted subs.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And thank you so much for helping with the hype train.
Yeah.
Hype train.
Parker Spitz for 5 months. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dip with an incredible 82 months and a tier 3. Hi guys, how you doing? It's been a while since
Dip.
I've been able to watch you guys
Dip.
live. Hope you all had fun during Scream Stream. I'm still catching up on those.
Well, enjoy. And do not
Is that why
forget
I
the
haven't-
quarry.
Is that why I haven't heard that for a while?
Aaron,
Like he hasn't been able to catch us live.
your monitor real quick.
To what? Because of dip potato chip
No.
thing.
Waiting for Eric to switch his so I can see.
Punctuation.
Wait. What? Where's the punctuation? They're both the same.
Well, you could
Oh, I
put
get it, okay.
emphasis on one word.
I help blind kids. I help blind kids.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
I help blind kids or I help blind kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Odette.
Yeah.
Odette with 34 months. Just watched Mailbag from last week. Glad you loved your Moon Ding Pokemon card.
Moodang.
Aaron.
Oh, you're the one?
Moodang!
Yes,
Is it you?
Moodang.
That damn
That was
thing.
fantastic.
I was, oh my gosh, what is this Pokemon card?
You were
Oh,
so
someone
excited.
sent
He
me
was
an
so
individual
excited until he
Pokemon card.
wasn't.
Damn hippo.
Gara with 16 months. Hello, how's everyone doing?
Good.
Good, thank you.
Sammy Boy, 18 months. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Sammy.
you, Sammy.
Garrus, 6 months. Thank you.
Garrus.
I am all about Ash.
All about that Ash.
Gifted a sub.
All
Thank
about
you,
that.
Ash.
Took me a while to work my way through that one.
Yeah.
JT3143, 16 months. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rolling Rock That Kills gifted a sub.
Thank you, Rolling Rocks, for the gifted sub.
Jibu, 33 months. Woohoo.
Woohoo.
Dalcog, also 33 months. And a new sub in Werewood Warrior. Using that Prime.
Warrior.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
thank you guys for using your Prime on us.
Indeed.
Thank you for that.
There's a couple things related to some questions. They're not exactly would you react to.
Yeah.
One is like, has anyone watched SG1? Which I think it's only Calvin, right?
I think it's only
Rick,
Calvin.
You haven't, have you?
I watched 10 episodes and decided it wasn't for me.
Gotcha. Well, there you go, Calvin. You've made an enemy.
But Maggie also has been threatening me with it lately.
Yeah.
About trying to at least get to the second season. So we'll see.
Gotcha.
Lactose 7777 says, have any of you guys played Red Dead Redemption 2?
I have. It's amazing.
I played a little bit of it, and I had my schedule was way too busy. I ended up not playing it
Mm-hmm.
for a really long time, and I just haven't gotten back to it.
Dude, I swear I bought that game early on, and I put it in my PlayStation, and I played it for a little bit and got a little bit into it, and it was just really kind of slow. And I think with like
It's a slow burn.
with solo
Yeah.
games, sometimes like I usually do more social gaming, and since I was just kind of playing on my own, I didn't like continue it and keep it up. So I only
Yeah.
played a little bit in the very beginning. But now I can't find the game. I don't know where it is.
Oh.
I swore I bought it, but I don't know what I did with it.
Hmm.
It's one of the best
Maybe
games I've
I
ever played.
misplaced it in the move.
I've still got to play the first one.
The first one is great. I played the first
I
one.
haven't played the first
Red
one.
Dead Revolver. Played that as well. That was for the Wii, wasn't it? Wasn't there a Red Dead Revolver for the Wii?
I do not know.
I know which game you're talking about, but I can't remember the name of it. Red Dead Revolver doesn't sound right.
Red Dead Revolver for the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Red
that
Dead Revolver was like a
PS2.
shooting game in the same universe.
It's in the same universe, yeah.
But then there was Red Dead Redemption that came out after.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wrong about the Wii. I was real wrong. But I did play Red Dead Revolver, and I've played Red Dead Redemption. And 2. 2 is, I kind of want to, I've been thinking about replaying it now that I have a PC at home. And maybe I'll get in, like, I'm sure they have really cool mods for it and stuff now.
They have multiplayer mods for
Yeah.
RDR2.
I know the
That'd be
first
cool.
game had a zombie like DLC
Yeah, it did.
where
Yep.
you would get like zombie bears and stuff, and like you had to fight zombies. And there's like an
Oh,
old western,
yeah.
but there were zombies around.
Sweet.
So
Yeah.
I just remember that because I was working at GameStop when that came out. So
I think it's my favorite of the GTA-like games. That one.
yeah.
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 Alex in Scotland said, "Is there a way to see what has been recommended, not percentage numbers, because some folks may not pick a favorite show because they think no one else would pick it, like non-US shows."
Mm-hmm.
I think I was talking to someone on Reddit about this, where I think a lot of what we want from it isn't what you're picking because of what you see as popular and what you think will continue. We want to get information of what people are like really interested in, without the bias of like, here's where the votes are going, so I'm going to choose these. Like if you could just pick any shows, today, maybe tomorrow it's different. Maybe you watch a new show and you're like, you know what, I really want this one. You can alter it when you want. But we really want to see what you guys just want, not like, oh, well, I know some people will feel like they're wasting their vote on something or their thoughts, but it's helping us to gather opinions of what people really want.
An unbiased opinion of your own wants and desires, not what you think is going to win.
Yeah, because otherwise I think we'll just end up with a lot of the same stuff at the top and not the variety that we end up getting.
And yeah, like sometimes we need not the most popular movie as well. So like,
Oh yeah, like
for No Good November, We might have to go pretty deep into the list for some
Sure.
of those, but it's what we need at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So we need recommendations for not just what's most popular.
So no, right now there's no way of seeing like what's been recommended by individuals. You just can see what your list has, and then you can remove or add as you like. Another game thing, Super Door. I don't think we talked about it. Maybe we did. Mass Effect. Eric, do you plan to play Andromeda?
I've definitely thought about it. There's just so many games I got to get to, but yes, I'll probably play Andromeda at the very least sometime before Mass Effect, the next Mass Effect game comes out.
Oh, we were talking before. Is like, have we ever said no about something? We have.
Yeah.
It was the VR game that guy was asking you constantly to play.
Half-Life Alyx?
Oh yeah,
Half-Life
Half-Life
Alyx,
Alyx.
yeah. Thank you. I
You're
couldn't remember
no,
the title,
we won't
but
do
I
it.
remember
Yeah.
that one. It's like, no,
Yeah.
you know what? Never. I'm never playing that game.
Yeah, that's right. That guy pushed me to my limit.
Daniel said, how was it watching the results of the most recent animated poll? Since it was extremely close. It is interesting to see how close the polls will get.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons, too, why we like people to just vote for what they want, not based on what they're seeing. Because it also helps us in future things to, like, take a poll and be like, okay, well, here's where things lied before.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll drop this one off and pull this one up and see if it fares better in this. So, but no, it is always interesting to see how things play out on those. Dr. Wong says, with the addition of High and Dry, is it worth recommending on the site things that it seems the crew has already watched? For example, I would love a Tremors reaction, but if I recall, it being referenced plenty by the crew, so would it be useful to still put it on my site list?
Useful. I mean, I think it's useful to put it on there if it's something that you're interested in. Throw it on there. I mean,
Also-
that is kind of the point of High and Dry, is be able to cover stuff that we do know really well. Tremors is a great one because I've watched that movie 20 times. You know,
Yeah.
like there's no reaction left in me, but there's so much discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
I do think that a lot of the things that we've been looking at are things that we have connections to in some ways and
Yeah.
fashions, or we watched a lot.
Sure,
So
yeah.
It might be tricky having recommended
It
stuff
is.
where it's like, well, that's not really one that when I'm
Yeah.
like, oh man, I've watched this so much when I was younger, it'd be fun to talk about, or
Yeah.
shows I really like I don't know. I like Ghostbusters a lot.
Yeah.
Watching Ghostbusters would be fun to talk about Ghostbusters because like we've all seen the
Yeah.
first movie,
Honestly, some of the best places to put that information or what you want to see in High and Dry is in the comments of High and Dry, because just the nature of those videos, I generally have no fear of going in there in case of spoilers or whatever. 'Cause
Sure.
I know that thing already.
Yeah, sure.
So putting those in there, and then it's just an inspiration thing. It's like Tremors. Oh yeah, we could talk about Tremors, but there might be other movies that people say that I'm like, oh, I don't know anything about that one.
Tremors is a good one, though.
Now I haven't seen the sequels.
Sequels and TV show.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the TV show.
For Tremors?
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen any of the sequels?
I've seen like what I feel like were clips of a sequel, but I've never actually watched the movie. I never sat down and
Gotcha.
put in a movie past Tremors.
Gotcha. I think I've seen the first 4 movies.
Yeah.
I think I've only seen the first 3.
And then I never saw the TV show.
I've seen
Damn.
either 5 or 6 of the movies.
Dang.
And then I've seen a good bit of the TV show.
I think there's 7 or 8 movies now. I think.
There's quite a few.
I think there's 4, and I think there's at least 3 movies I haven't seen.
I'm glad people are enjoying High and Dry. We had 2 back to back with on Halloween we had Scream, and that one was chaotic and fun. And then just a couple of days later, on November 3rd, we had the 70th anniversary of Godzilla, and that one was also a lot of fun, but it was just a different vibe. It felt more reverent and thoughtful, So I enjoyed that we could do both of those things and have a good time doing them.
All right. This may be the last question from Sarah Jane. What is your death row meal, album, and movie? So, like, you get to pick one last, like, meal, one last, like, album to listen to, and one last movie to watch. Hmm.
My meal would consist of Maggie's rolls, my Grandma Wanda's noodles, my sweet potato pie, and I'm not sure what like the actual entree is, but I could probably honestly just eat those. For album, man,
Something.
would probably be the Rolling Thunder Review, which is a live Bob Dylan album.
Mm.
And a movie.
Okay.
Probably The Room.
The Room.
Yeah.
Meal would probably be French toast, crispy bacon, apple pie a la mode, or pumpkin pie with way too much whipped cream. Album would be one of the Queen greatest hits, any of the three, I think. And movie would be 10th Kingdom Special Extended Edition.
Cool.
I'm gonna go. This is a different way I was thinking about it, but for my meal, we make a salmon meal at home dinner. Lots of times it's usually salmon. Melanie cooks it in the oven and stuff. It's really good with rice and like either steamed or like charred broccoli. For the movie, I think I'll pick. I think it was called Deadly Alliance. Is that right, Rick?
Deadly Alliance.
Yeah, I think it was a movie we made.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And for my album,
That's
I think
true.
I'd pick the Backstreet Boys' Greatest Hits. I'm thinking about it going with like a
Okay.
meal that's like from my family that I eat with now.
Sure.
The movie would actually be just nostalgia of
Yeah.
like me and my friends making this.
You'll die from embarrassment
this
before
silly
they
movie.
get to
I
kill
don't
you.
watch with anybody. But I think it's like just it would. I think these would hit different memories. And then the Backstreet Boys one. Besides liking Backstreet Boys, I also used to listen to that a lot playing Donkey Kong Country with my sister. So like I was trying to think of like some history
Nostalgic.
things and nostalgia
okay.
things to have when I was doing
That's
it.
a
I just
good
picked
way to
mine
put
because
it.
it's 7.5 hours long.
The movie?
Yeah.
I like that way of answering. For me, it's got to be for the meal something light, but also I want to have a lot of hydration. For the album, now for the movie, I'm thinking Shawshank Redemption. For
Pretty good.
that way I can really get
Inspiration.
inspired.
Yeah.
And then the album, some various like white noises.
Yeah.
Maybe like a 7-hour track of someone snoring, and then use those to escape.
Okay.
You guys aren't thinking about this, right? You gotta get the hell out of there.
For my final meal, I'd love a cake with a file baked inside.
Physician's desk reference inside.
Wait, what movie did you say?
10th Kingdom Special
yeah.
Extended Edition.
Was that the miniseries? Like,
Yeah, but
Long
they
one.
released it as a
Okay.
edited together as a movie.
yeah. Was it 3 or 4? I feel like I watched that a long time ago.
Episodes or
Yeah, I
or
don't
what?
remember. I feel like I
Yeah.
watched that. Maybe Melanie had me watch it. That's not the one with dinosaurs, is it?
No, that
Okay.
you're thinking of.
It had Wentworth Miller in the
Yeah,
dinosaur one.
oh shoot.
You know what I'm talking about, Eric? It was like a mini
Uh,
series, like 3 or 4 like long episodes.
Yeah.
Dinotopia? Is that it?
Maybe that might have
Yeah.
been it.
I think it's
Dinotopia.
Dinotopia.
So 10th Kingdom had like a mirror and
Gotcha.
stuff.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Sorry,
was
you-
Melanie had me watch.
You
both
said him, and I was thinking about Prison Break, and I was like, yeah, I could watch that one too for inspiration. But seriously, I probably like Steak from the Farm, the Big Fish album, and any Lord of the Rings movie. I can only pick one though, right? Probably Return of the King.
Return of the King
Yeah,
Extended Edition.
yeah. Because I mean, Star Wars is important to me, but Lord of the Rings like is
Longer.
it's longer, but I don't know. Like I know Star Wars so well that sometimes it's like I'm not even watching. I'm just remembering things my previous
Sure.
watches. Whereas Lord of the Rings still gets me.
I would pick Return of the
Then-
King 2 over like Fellowship
Yeah.
because, like, I don't know if do you want your last movie to just like not
Not end.
end?
Yeah, I
you
get
know what I mean? Unless you can watch all 3.
Yeah.
Sure. In which
But, like,
case,
you don't want to feel like your dad, but it's right there. They're still going. You
Yeah.
know? Like, oh, now it's over. And that's
Sure.
where I end with, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like that would be a good ending. Like Into the West comes out, he starts playing at the end of that movie.
Yeah.
Like, I feel
They're all
ready.
sailing
Yeah.
over to
Yeah.
you got it.
Is it V or L?
V.
Val.
Yeah.
Val.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Valar.
Well, the Valar live there. They live
Valinor.
in
Valinor.
Valinor. Dude, he's doing it.
Hell yeah! In the
Takes
stream.
that ring of power haters. He's learning. Valinor.
All right. I guess that's the last. Did everyone answer the
I
Death
think so.
I believe
Road?
so.
Yeah.
I have my own favorite things, I guess, if I was going to pick my favorite of all those.
Yeah, I get you.
But yeah, I think that's going to be our last one. I got a good answer for Lord of the Rings now. So
Yeah.
we will be back tomorrow with Dragon Ball Z Sparkling?
Sparking Zero.
Sparking Zero.
Sparking.
I just want to read out Double Nickels' comment. Last meal would be everything that gives me tummy trouble. When I go, it's going to be messy.
Oh, someone has to clean that up. That's funny. That's petty. I love it.
That's
good.
But join us tomorrow at 3 p.m. We'll be playing Dragon Ball, and then I'll be back Monday with Dark Souls 3.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
otherwise, guys, I have nothing else. You guys all good?
Yep.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for all the bits and subs and everything, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Bye.